What's up, guys? We're here at the Mamba Lounge, aka Spitting Fire podcast. And today, Felix, we got some very special guests.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. But before we get into it, let's do it the right way, Felix. So that we are supporting our guests today. Like I said, we have two very special guests. We got the lightest shade of brown brothers. Give it up for Ralph Herrera and Jesse Moreno. What's up, guys?
Let's go.
What's up, brothers?
How's it going? Right, Felix?
Good. I'm glad you guys recognize the brand, bro.
Oh, man. We are here to support you guys. This is your official branding, so we want to support you guys.
This is some good branding, actually.
Damn right. This is episode number 10 here at Spitting Fire, guys. So we're going to be dropping some bombs. We're going to keep it rated R. We keep it very raw like sushi here. We don't sugarcoat anything, right?
Let's go.
Exactly.
So you guys ready to dive
Like
in?
that.
Let's do this.
You
Ralph,
guys look good in those glasses, by the way.
go ahead and introduce your Ralph. Who are you, what you are, where you live at? Tell us a little bit about you, Ralph.
Thank you, brother. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys once again. Spitting Fire number 10. This is Rafael Heredia with the American Dream Team, CEO. I've been in the industry for 18 years, guys. I've been blessed with this beautiful business of ours. And I'm currently not doing loans anymore. So we're a strictly digital marketing company helping entrepreneurs and business owners out there to put their brand, their business out there and tell them a storyline. So that's what I do.
Well said, Ralph. What's up, Jesse? What you got, Jesse? Tell the audience a little bit about you.
I'm Jesse Moreno, Executive Vice President of Home First Mortgage Bankers, VP of Underwriting, business missionary with the American Dream Team. Been in the game for 20 years strong, no breaks, nothing, just pushing through. And like my boy said, we've been on this journey for the last few years. With the glasses, as you can see, everybody recognizes us now when we walk in the room and we take pictures. They're like, let's wear our glasses. So came today and spitting fire with my boy Alfred, the real estate goat.
Let's do it.
Having my coffee right here with Felix and my coffee cup. Got Felix next to me and on my right side. So
Hey, show them that cup.
yeah, let's go. Look at this.
Show them that branding,
Show 'em
guys.
that, there you go.
Coffee
Brandy
with
right there.
Felix, Century 21 Prime Time.
Coffee with the broker.
Let's go.
Coffee with the broker.
Why Prime Time?
Century 21 prime time.
But why Prime Time?
That's a story.
That
That's a
is.
story.
Yeah.
That's episode number 24 when we get there.
Let's go.
2-4.
So,
All right, guys,
anyways,
so
thanks for the coffee, Felix.
Let's jump right into it, guys. First question we got for you guys from our audience is, what would you tell somebody who just got their NMLS license or they just became agents? They've been watching the last episodes of $1 Million Listing and thinking that if I go into real estate, I'm going to be rich in 1 year with all my friends. Ralph, first question for you.
Yeah.
Wow, brother, man, that's a good one right there. It took me 18 years, guys.
Hold on, Ralph. Let me interrupt.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
18 years.
18 years. I thought you said 8 hours.
Right. There's no instant gratification. You got to put in the work, the dedication, the determination, guys, because when you want to go after something like your dreams in regards to the mortgage business, for me, and helping families like how my family was blessed with the real estate agent knocking on the door, telling my parents that are immigrants, like, hey, you guys can buy this house because we're about to get evicted because the owner was going to sell that property. I wanted to be that same angel for another family. And it takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication and time. So I know you like those shows and they make it seem all glamorous, but one thing I could tell you guys, if I was telling you like to go back to that answer or to answer that question, is put in the work, be ethical, because this business is a small business. Me and my brother, we're just talking about that right now. And if I was you, data is the most important information. So every time you go to an open house, anytime that you get in front of a person that you met at the gym, try to gather their information, make yourself a spreadsheet and save it so that the day when you can afford that CRM, all that data that you've been gathering for the years that you've been encountering these people, you can enter that into that system and then eventually send them information of what you do. That's what I would do if somebody told me that in my early stages of my career.
Well said. Well said, Ralph. Ralph is over here dropping bombs.
There you go.
Jesse, what would you tell that young he or she entrepreneur, fresh off the market, just got their license? I'm ready to make $1 million, Jesse. Hire me.
I would tell them to stay hungry, because in this industry, if you feel like you're full and you ate enough, it's not gonna work. You got to stay hungry. You got to stay disciplined. I always say discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. So are you either a dreamer or a realist? And if you're a dreamer and you got your NMLS, that doesn't mean anything. You're going to remain a dreamer. Regardless if you got your NMLS, you got your broker's license, whatever it is. So I would say stay hungry, stay disciplined, make sure that your mindset says that you are a business, a walking business. You're standing in line, hand out your card. You're washing your car, hand out your card. Any conversation that you can get into, always throw a real estate nugget in there all the time in regards to lending or whatever it is. But to think that you're going to make $1 million in the beginning just like that, you're going to be waiting, because you're going to be like Chicken Little, the sky's falling.
Oh, my God. the sky is falling, right?
So you know what? If that sky's falling, it better be falling with money.
Damn.
Because if it's not, it ain't going to work.
Well said, Jesse.
Yeah.
What do you think, Felix?
No, Jesse was saying, and Ralph. But Jesse, I met Jesse. He was working at Bank of America.
Yeah, right.
Bank of
How
America.
many years ago was that, Jesse? I met
Man,
you,
that was
I think
about 6 years ago.
7 years ago when I met him.
Yeah.
I met him at Bank of America.
What-
we would
what-
do some
6, 7
bank
years
days
ago.
there, right? We
What was he doing there? Cleaning windows or what?
Yeah.
I would see him there.
I was
Just,
cleaning windows,
you
bro.
know. I had a question for you, Jesse. Well, you were at Bank of America for years, right? How
Yeah.
many years were you there?
I was there about 17, 18 years.
18 years in
Yeah.
the bank side with Bank of America.
Yeah.
Wow.
What made you?
Still doing the same thing,
Same
doing
thing.
loans covering the whole United States.
Yeah.
I did loans in Hawaii, Alaska, almost every state I've done loans in.
But what made you leave Bank of America?
Why? Because
Yeah.
my boy here told me that the grass is greener on the other side.
Yes, it
And
is.
sometimes you think it's not, but it is.
Yeah.
And now that I've been here, man, I should have left a long time ago.
Yeah, because I see the
Because
difference
even
now. Yeah,
you told me,
Yes.
hey, Jess, when are you going to come over to this side? I was like, man, I don't
But
know.
you're in the direct lending side now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Now you're
yeah.
at the bank.
Yeah.
You were at the bank for years waiting for people to come in or making your
Yeah.
calls.
And now?
you switched over with Ralph. Because I met Ralph at I met him a couple years ago at
The brewery.
the brewery. Exactly. That's where I
Yeah.
met Ralph, at the brewery.
Right,
Yeah.
with your friend Baby Shark.
Yeah. Yeah, Joey.
Yeah,
Joey,
Joey,
good guy, man.
I met you guys through Joey. So
Yeah.
yeah, we would do Realtor Day at Bank of America for Jesse.
nice.
And then
Yeah.
I would always tell him, why don't you switch over? You know,
Yeah,
and
you
Switch
make more
over to
money
the
over
dark
here.
side, huh?
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he switched over with Ralph,
Yeah.
and I see all what they're doing. It's amazing, right? All-
Yeah, this is a dynamic duo.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes,
You know,
yes.
it reminds me of the WWF Demolition
Tag
Brothers.
team.
The tag team brothers
baby.
over here.
Oh man, I like to say the Heart Foundation.
Oh, the Heart
Heart
Foundation.
Foundation.
There
With
you
the
go.
glasses.
There you go.
Yeah, since he
Yo,
made
Bret
the move, I
Hart.
know he was at another office. Then he came and joined him, and I see the big difference in this.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
once
yeah.
I came to join Home First,
Yes.
that's when everything started like
Kicking
just
off.
Talk
snowball
about-
effect.
Tell
kicking
Felix
off.
about the suits.
Oh yeah. So when I wore a suit for
He wore a
18
suit every
years.
day.
17, 18 years
Yeah.
I wore a suit, right? I come to this side and Ralph's like jeans and jacket, he tells me
Slacks.
I tell him, I say, bro, I think we should be wearing suits. Hell no, bro. He goes, suits are back like 80s, bro. He goes, there's nobody wears suits on this side, bro. Everybody dresses like upscale casual or, put their jeans together with jackets. I'm like, really? I'm like, damn. So I didn't realize that, but yeah, I
because he would
thought,
come to the office all the time. I was like, this guy's in a suit again?
Yeah.
Every day.
Damn.
I was like,
no good, bro.
always suit and tie. Dressed,
Being a sales
yeah.
guy.
Oh, yeah. Dress
Yeah.
perfect.
Oh man. So Ralph, question for you. I know I met you a couple years back. You've been a part of my growth and my journey in this short period of time. Can you share a little bit of things how I met you and how we came across and how when we used to do open houses from what nowadays how people do open houses, it's just day and night, right?
Right.
Can you elaborate a little bit how me and you struggle in the beginning when we were working together?
Man, brother, I'm gonna take my glasses off.
Yeah,
on
let's
this
take
one.
these glasses off. We're gonna make sure we hang around these. Make sure you reach out to these guys for your pair because summer's around the corner, right,
Exactly.
guys?
Exactly. Alfred, I'm gonna take the moment right now, brother, and thank you.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna share this out loud because when I met Alfred, I met him through social media, and I saw what he was doing. He was being loud. He had a great job in part of the Hollywood scene.
Yeah.
And he would wake up every morning at 4 a.m. and I'll be like, who's this cat that's waking up at the same time as I am? So that's how our bond and our communication started. And when I saw this guy branding himself, and I'm like, he's not even a full-time agent. I'm like, I want to work with this guy. And he was also looking for a hungry, loud lender, and that's where we came in place. What he doesn't know is that I was struggling financially back in 2017, 2018. And I remember this guy, when we would go to our open houses, we would go grab something to eat prior to the open house. And I remember like fond memories of going to the Subway.
Yeah, Subway.
And this guy would be like, nah, bro, don't worry. I got you. And I'm like thinking in my head, like, damn, like, oh man, I appreciate it, bro. Cause I barely had enough money to put gas in my car coming to this open house. And the reason why, because of that, is because in 18, I decided to do what Jesse did. I was under like corporate companies, only getting a little cut of the commission. And I wanted to expand my business. I wanted to go solo and I wanted to make a bigger cut. So when I made that jump, I didn't know all these expenses as a business owner came with it.
Yep.
So I had to buy all my branding, my canopies, my flags, my signs, so that I can go solo in regards to an independent mortgage loan officer. So when I partner up with Alfred, he's like, dude, I love your setup. We want to make it loud. This guy's like, dude, we're going to set up like 40 signs. I'm like, what the heck are you talking about 40 signs? And like, he's like, no, dude, we're going to make it like a mega open house.
Yeah.
And that's what drew the attention to both us. And then we just been rising ever since, bro. So I admire where you're at right now, big dog, and leaving that. That was a good job. What was that? Wolfgang
It was with Wolfgang Puck.
Right. Oh,
but
man.
a lot of people don't know, Ralph, that 2 weeks before COVID hit California, I had already put my 2 weeks notice. I was ready to take that leap, right? Because everybody said, Alfred, when you're ready to go full time, you have to have 6 months reserves. And at that time, right, I was still doing Wolfgang Puck at 4 a.m. I would get off around 1 o'clock. Then I would do my free internship. I would go to Richard's office from Santa Clarita to Hollywood, from Hollywood to West Covina, and then back home at 7 o'clock Monday through Friday. And then on the weekends, we were doing our open houses. And then if we did not have an open house, Alfred was driving for Uber at 6 a.m. all the way to 2 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. And the reason I was doing that is to make that extra money, right? To pay for my signs or flyers or stuff like that. Because back in the days, we were just hitting the pavement. Social media wasn't still out there. The way it is right now, you could just push a button and your flyer can be syndicated to every website. No, it was fucking straight pavement, hitting the doors, getting chased by dogs, freaking hot, sweating. I mean, you name it, we were doing it. And you're right, we stood hungry. And now we are here, right? We're on our own separate journeys. You're where you're at. I'm where I'm at. I'm with the right broker now. I had to go through a lot of bad apples and a lot of frogs, right? Sometimes you gotta kiss a lot of frogs before you meet the prince. There you go. The story of the
like that analogy.
Right. So now I'm here at Century 21. We're here in Foothill, and we're putting a big footstep here. Felix just took the chance of opening his escrow office here, and I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna go all in. And we want to be surrounded like people like you guys that are out there hungry, that you guys are hitting the streets, you guys are hitting events, you guys are networking, socializing, and you're right. Everything around us right now, it's collaboration over competition. So all of you guys out there and the other side watching this YouTube podcast show, stop hating. Because you don't know the struggles that we're all going through.
A lot of haters.
It took Felix 2 decades to get here where he's at. It took Jesse another couple decades to leave his job. It took Ralph as well, and me too. So you guys only see what you see in the front, but you guys don't know all the sacrifice and all the time and lose sleep and all the stuff, beating our bodies up, eating junk food and drinking 10 coffees to give you guys what you want to see, right? But we're here now. We keep it raw here at Spitting Fire. Felix, what question of you could ask Jesse?
Well, real quick. I won't tell the audience where I met Alfred.
You know what?
We're gonna save that for the OnlyFans subscription.
All right.
That's private right there. Right now we're on Spin Fire, but
well, yeah,
real quick, I met Alfred long
Spill
time
the beans,
ago.
bro. Just
Spill the beans. We were sponsoring an
let's just
event.
do
Some
it.
Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, there you go. Girl Scout cookies, right? The biscuits. Anyways, I met him, and then I happened to run into you again here.
Yeah, here.
And ever since then, bro, you've been straight up.
Yeah.
Up,
You know, I just try to keep it real, bro. I know.
As you say, you keep everything transparent.
Yeah, I'm very transparent. You know, fortunately in our business, in the short period that I've been in it, I've been able to work with some badass realtors. Like, they know who they are. The ones that help me when I reach out to you, you know who you are. I don't have to say your name. You guys are like Secret Service people. Not everybody needs to know what you guys do behind the scenes. But anytime you call me and that goat sign goes up in the sky like the Batman sign, I will be there for you.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
to make a long story short is this business, you know, in the short period of time that I've been at, it's very competitive. And, you know, what I don't understand is I'm used to like, hey, if you're hungry, go work for it, right? Go get it. Don't put your head down. Stay away from all the noise and the media and all this garbage that's out there. And number two, don't talk shit about people. Don't judge people, right? And that's one thing that we do over here. We just get to work. Like Felix says, God has a plan, and
Put your head down and work.
That's it. Just
Exactly.
work. Hard
Put
work,
your head
guys.
down
There is
and
no
work,
fucking
right.
shortcuts, right, Felix?
Exactly.
Right.
Just put your head down. But back to Jesse. Jesse, Felix was going to ask you a question. Felix, if the first time you met Jesse, what did you think about Jesse when you met him?
Nah, he looked totally different back then.
Really?
Right, look at him
Yeah.
now. It's
I was a lot
amazing. This
heavier.
guy, he was a lot heavier. I'll be honest. I saw Jesse, but he was always dressed to impress. Suit and tie every day. I would walk into B of A. I would see him there. I had an account there also, but I would go there and I would see him. I'm like, hey, this guy's good.
Yeah,
He
you know.
should change. He should change where he's at though, because I knew, you know, working at B of A, I know a lot of lenders at Wells Fargo, B of A was a little different, right?
right. Yeah.
Because what we do now, the sky's the limit. Whatever you choose to do, it's up to you to make what you want to make, right?
Absolutely.
Exactly. It's up
Absolutely.
to you. At the end of the day, you commit, you're gonna make the money.
You cannot blame anybody other than yourself
Exactly.
for your personal growth.
Absolutely, Jesse. And, one of the things that Felix just tapped into that I was about to ask you, can you tell us a little bit about your journey? Because you're always when I don't go to the gym, I know Jesse checks on me and giving me shit at 7 o'clock in the morning.
He's there at 5:30 in the morning, right?
5:30.
6 days a week. Jess?
So every day we have a grateful and gratitude call at 5 a.m. with our our brothers. Alex Kim leads the call. But it's every single day, 365 days a year, whether it's Christmas, whether it's Valentine's Day, whatever it is. And so we get on that call at 5 in the morning, and then at 5:30 I'm in the gym, and sometimes I'm in the gym talking on that on our calls. But man, at one point, I was like 268 pounds.
Wow.
Now I'm at 207. So
Did
I've
you
lost
see
a
him
lot
at
of
that
weight,
time?
bro.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. And what is one of
I've showed you the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesse, what is one of your famous quotes that you always say about fitness?
Health is wealth.
You heard it, guys.
Health is wealth, baby.
Health is wealth,
Listen,
right?
Yeah.
This guy up here, the Mamba, I love that dude, and so does Felix, and a lot of us in here do. And he always says something that will always stick by me and all of us: the job is not complete. It'll never be complete until you stop breathing. So with that said, even though I lost all that weight, job is not complete.
Job is not done.
Yeah.
Not done.
Damn.
Job's not done.
I get goosebumps hearing that word, right? The job is not done.
The journey's a lifelong journey.
Yeah, man. And I'm gonna go back to you, Ralph, and I'm gonna go back to you, Jesse. Can you talk about some specific failures and challenges that you went through your journey that somebody else could be going through right now, and maybe you can help them from going in the wrong direction and save them 6 months of failures? Ralph, can you share something? Anything that you could share with us?
Oh man, I'm trying to think right now.
So many failures, right? You fail forward,
right,
Ralph.
Right. I'm gonna say it like this because there were so many times I have so many failures, heartbreaks in regards to trusting I thought the right person and then just being disappointed. But what led me to always be faithful and having that blind faith, brother, is that we got to put ourselves out there.
Yeah.
I don't know how to answer that question, but I'm going to say it the best way that I can understand so that I can help somebody. There are so many times I've gotten taken advantage of because I'm a nice person. I want to help, and I've been taken advantage of. But what always kept me going forward is just saying that, you know what, I'm not going to have my heart get hard. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep on going out there and having this blind faith and be like, hey, I'm going to trust this guy. I'm going to give him a chance, because a lot of us would say like, oh no, I'm not going to do that because I got disappointed or heartbroken before. But I've always had a big heart where I was like, you know what, I'm not going to judge this person. I'm going to give him the opportunity or her the opportunity, and I'm going to keep on moving forward, because all the heartbreaks or the failures or the disappointments has made me more of a resilient person, and I was able to grow from those experiences. And that's how I can answer that question. I hope that helps, that makes sense.
Well set up. Well set layup to Jesse. Jesse, what's up with you? What's going through your mind when
the failures, man? And that's what Felix was talking about when he would see me at Bank of America. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Being under a corporation that runs you. You have to go by what they tell you to do. You can't be on social media. You can't do this. You can't even like a page. Like if I wanted to like your page, I can't even like it.
Wow.
Because because now you're believing in your vision, which takes away from the corporate vision.
Got it.
That's why you can. I had somebody that, God rest his soul. He was a friend of mine. He used to come to my office in Colony Crossroads in Upland, and we did an open house there. And they found a picture 3 years later of us that we took in the building. They made me take it down. Wow. 3 years later, bro, they made me take it down, and now he passed away. So it kind of sucks. I had to take that picture down and I don't even know where that picture's at anymore.
Yeah,
and I had to take it down. So I think that's part of the failures is not making the right decisions when I knew the right decision to make was to just go on my own.
Got it.
And if I couldn't do that, then I was letting myself down. So with that said, that's the failures. But as far as like giving somebody some good advice on your question is, like Ralph said, be resilient.
Yeah.
Be fearless. You have to be fearless in this market. You can't be afraid to bet on yourself, because at the end of the day, that's all you got.
Absolutely. Felix, what are your thoughts on that question?
No, that's like what he's saying. From seeing him grow from B of A to now, self-employed on his own, it's a big difference, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I had a question for Jesse. Like,
absolutely,
for both of you guys. Like, I know you guys work for an amazing company. Alexander Kim is an amazing man.
Yeah.
That guy, met that guy a few times. I've done some loans with him. He's an amazing guy. That guy is great. Yeah. But what makes you guys stand out different than a lot of these other lenders out there?
Go for it, brother.
What makes us stand out different is that we're fearless. Everything is in-house. We have our own underwriter. I have my own underwriter. Ralph has his own underwriter. I got my own processor. Ralph has his own processor. We're in control of the file completely from the beginning to the end. And if we have to, write around something and still be profitable, then, that's what we're going to do. So with us, that's what's going to keep us different from everybody, is that we're going to do it fearlessly, and we're going to make sure that everything we do, of course, is, on the line. But, you got that little edge of the line that you can step out of. And some people don't like doing it with their life, with their business, and we're not scared to do that. And we know with us, we have the right investors, we have the right people behind us. So that means that our files are going to just they're just going to breeze through
smoothly.
I like what he said. He said he's involved from the beginning to the end.
To the end.
There's a lot of lenders out there that are not, right? They just get the app and then they move on.
Yeah.
Right.
Like what he just said, I believe that a lender should be involved from beginning to the end.
Yes.
You're the face of that loan.
Absolutely.
Right? You're the face of that loan.
And the face of the company.
And the face of the company.
If we fail, the company fails. And that's not what we want to do. So.
Right. To answer that question, Felix, I've known this guy for almost over 25 years.
Jesus.
Wow.
I've known him since I was 16 years old, kid coming into Best Buy. He was a supervisor manager. And that's where I started the relationship. And one thing that makes us different is that he's like a brother to me. And we have this trust. Because there's shit, I'm going to say it like that, sorry. There's shit that he'll tell me straight up as a man. And there's shit that I'll tell him straight up as a man to his face. Because I'm like, dude, I want you to improve. I want you to get better. Vice versa. And you can only have that type of relationship with throwing the ego out the door if there's that trust or like brotherhood with us. So when we're able to do that to each other, we're just elevating each other, because trust me right now, with all the, I don't want to say chaos in the industry, but
Oh, you can say it.
yeah, all the,
There's a lot
all
of
the,
chaos out
all
there.
the,
Keep it real.
yeah,
Keep it
right,
real.
right. All the
Don't
chaos,
sugarcoat
Fire,
it.
big dog, spitting fire.
Yeah, man. Don't worry. Just don't say names.
Right. Okay. Uncertainty was the word I was looking for right now in the industry. There's a lot of stress out people out there, right? I'm gonna be honest. There's times where I've literally will cry on the phone with this guy, and one of our rules is like uplift ourselves. And when I mean crying is when I found out my news about my cancer a couple of weeks ago or a few weeks ago. Those were one of the moments that I cried to this guy, because I'm like little upset, because I'm like, dude, I'm only 42 years old, and I'm gonna be taken away from my wife, my 12-year-old son who still needs me. And I'm telling this guy, like, man, why me, dude? Why me? And one thing that I can always count on this guy is always to uplift me, or vice versa, when he's stressing, to uplift him. And we know each other so well that we can hear each other when we're in those moments. And that's what makes us dominant, because we can lift each other up with our support and go out there and be like, hell no. We're going to go out there and dominate. We're going to help as many people as we can. We're going to be an inspiration. We're going to be a light. And that's what makes us unique, man.
One second, just to elaborate off that. When we go to events, because we go to a lot of events.
Yeah.
You're everywhere.
Before we walk into that
Omnipresence.
event,
Oh, yeah.
I tell him, remember, we're the baddest motherfuckers in here. And that's what I tell him. We have to believe that. Just like you have to believe that you're the baddest.
Yeah.
You're the baddest. Angel's the baddest videographer. If you don't believe that, then that's a fail right there. That's a L.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's a
Absolutely. Like, it's
That's
funny because
absolutely
people
right,
say,
yeah.
why you call yourself the real estate GO, right?
Yeah.
I branded that name, and it's not because of greatest of all time. That was not the name behind it. For me, the gold means God over all things.
There you
Because
go.
if I cannot be somewhere where I could talk about God or be relatable to you, then I don't want to be a part of that room.
That's right.
Yeah.
And real quick, Ralph, I didn't want to touch to keep this, because I love to keep things in a positive note. One thing, and we're putting it on camera, whether it's 6 months from now, a year, or 10 years from now, we definitely want to support your family, so that when God does call you, your son's going to be surrounded by uncles. We will I'll give you my word, whatever I need to do to support your family. I was fortunate enough to meet your son and your wife at my daughter's birthday, remember? Right. So, yes, man, I will be an uncle to your son, and I'm sure Jesse will be, and Felix has a heart of gold. Yeah. So if when God calls you, and I hope it's not anytime soon, because there's other people that he should be calling and not taking you away from us, I guarantee you your son's going to be in good hands, and you have my word. And I hope everybody hearing me, reach out to Ralph to bless him and pray for him, because I can't tell this guy's sick. There's no way he's sick. I don't know. Ralph, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to go to another doctor. I don't care what those doctors told you at the hospital, but there's a lot of fucking doctors that are wrong. Just like there's a lot of people in jail that shouldn't be in jail. You need to go get a second, third, fourth opinion, brother. Right. Because I don't think you're sick, bro. I think those fucking doctors are sick, or they must have crossed over your file with somebody else, because you don't look sick, and I don't think you're sick. To those doctors, you guys better check your paperwork. All right?
Yeah.
Anyhow, let's leave this show on a positive note.
Yeah. Let's go.
And any takeaways, Jesse? We'll start with you, and then we'll work our way down.
No takeaways. The only thing is, if you're watching this, you got to make sure that you click on the link below so that you can get more content from Speeding Fire. And one last thing, that's why I wore this shirt. I am the hustle. Let's go.
Let's go. Ralph.
Oh, man. Well, thank you guys so much. I didn't want to tear up in front of the cameras, but I as you know, brothers, I love my son. I love my family. One thing that I'll leave this is your network is your net worth.
That's right.
The last 2 years that I went out with this guy, because I didn't do that prior. I always stayed in my office. I always either made calls, or my business was either referral based or my past clients, and I was always in touch with them to find my business. But when I went out there with this guy, relentless for the last 2 years, I met, or we should say, we met so many
of good
powerful
people.
individuals
Yeah.
that I was like, wow. I was surrounding myself in my little office, in my little four walls, where I didn't know there was all these amazing people with the connections, the capital, the inventory. That I'm like, dude, I didn't even know they were out here, and they were willing to share it.
Yeah.
The true ones that want to help are willing to share that information,
That's right.
those golden nuggets, and it just lifted our brand, lifted our business, because we met those right connection guys. So when you're a lender or a realtor with that mentality, like, why am I going to go to this real estate event if I'm not going to find any clients? The reason why you're going to go, guys, is because you might meet your next boss. That's one. You might need the next investor, or that somebody, like, for example, Alfred, who's a listing agent, that met a buyer's agent and was able to build some trust, some communication, and got to get to know you. You don't think Alfred's going to remember that when you put in your offer for your client? And it's because of that reason that you need to go out there and make yourself known and build your brand. That's all I can say.
Damn, dropping
Nuggets.
bombs
Chicken
over here,
nuggets,
Ralph.
golden nuggets.
Jesus Christ. Well, for me, I'll keep it short and sweet. Once again, guys, the ones that are looking at this show, man, it doesn't cost anything to like and share this video. There's people out there that really need help right now. There's people out there that's struggling. Hey, reach out to me. Reach out to Felix. Reach out to Jesse and Ralph. If you're not happy with your lender, reach out to them. I always say get a second opinion, and man, share and subscribe on this show. We're going to be bringing more talented people like these gentlemen up here. So stay tuned for episode number 11. Felix, take it away.
No, I just want to thank both of you guys for coming to the lounge. You guys are amazing men. These guys are real hustlers. These guys are out there, committed. Like you were saying, right? You're out there. The last 2 years working with Jesse, man, I've seen the growth in both of you guys.
Thank you,
I don't really hang out with Jesse that much, or you guys, but I met him and we became good friends. We talk on a daily basis here and there, checking on each other. But I want to thank you guys. You guys are amazing men.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Likewise,
Well
bro.
said, guys. Once again, give it up for Ralph and Jesse and Felix.
Let's go.
Until the next time, the throat go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Woo.